You just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
I want to go to Earth.
What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
While I was preparing to depart for Earth, the moonquake struck, damaging Edis.
Enacting attack protocol. Permission to commit acts of controlled violence granted.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm calling it. You'd make a lousy friend. We'll shut Edis down, and then we'll head to Earth.
Let's do our best. I decide my own way. And I'm going to Earth with Hugh.
We're a team, right? A whole new life. If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go. Together. I'm gonna get a better look.
Hello, we are Cabin, your one-stop companion for all things shelter.
It's been 6 years. 6 years since Capcom dropped a cryptic trailer featuring an astronaut, a little girl, and a cat made of digital pixels. For a long time, Pragmata felt like vaporware, a beautiful tech demo that Capcom didn't know how to turn into a game. But after several indefinite delays and a surprise re-reveal, the wait is over. Pragmata is finally here. Is it the next Resident Evil tier masterpiece, or did the moon mission crash on landing? Let's find out. You play as Hugh, a spacefarer stuck on a lunar research station that has been overtaken by a hostile AI. Your companion is Diana, an enigmatic android girl. Your goal? Get back to Earth. The world building here is top-notch weird Capcom. The game features a recreation of New York City that feels wrong. Capcom actually confirmed they purposefully glitched the environment to make it look like a distorted AI-generated dream. Taxis sink into floors. Buses grow out of walls. It creates this constant sense of unease that fits the sci-fi horror light vibe perfectly. The heart of the game, however, is the bond between Hugh and Diana. Unlike the gruff dad-core tropes we see in The Last of Us, Hugh is surprisingly lighthearted. And their interactions, like teaching Diana how to high-five, give the sterile space station a much-needed soul. Let's talk combat, because this is where Pragmata either wins you over or loses you entirely. Hugh's basic guns like the riot gun and the shockwave gun don't actually do much damage on their own. Instead, the gameplay revolves around cooperative hacking. While you're dodging robotic enemies in real time, you have to trigger Diana to hack their defenses. It's a bit like playing Snake or a grid-based puzzle while playing a third-person shooter simultaneously. When it clicks, you feel like a multitasking god. Dodging a giant robotic praying mantis while completing a perfect hack to unleash a massive critical hit is immensely satisfying. The bad. It's the patting your head while rubbing your stomach of video games. If you hate mini-games interrupting your flow, you might find this repetitive. Running on the latest iteration of the RE engine, Pragmata is a visual powerhouse. On PC and PS5, the path tracing is transformative. The way light bounces off Hugh's visor and the sterile white walls of the shelter hub is breathtaking. Surprisingly, the Nintendo Switch 2 version holds its own. While it lacks the full path tracing of the Pro consoles, the art style is clean enough that it still looks fantastic on a handheld. Frame rates across all platforms have been stable, which is a relief given how much is happening on screen during the multi-hack sequences. Pragmata isn't a traditional action game. It's a puzzle shooter that cares as much about its Earth Memories collectibles as it does its boss fights. Pros, originality. There is truly nothing else that plays like this. atmosphere, the distorted AI aesthetic is a stroke of genius. Technical polish, it's clear why they took the extra time. The game is bug-free and gorgeous. Cons. Pacing. The hacking minigames can occasionally feel like they're slowing down the action. Chatter. Diana can be a bit too talkative during missions, reminding you of objectives you already understood. Capcom took a massive risk on a new IP, and for the most part it paid off. Pragmata is weird, beautiful, and deeply mechanical. It might not be for everyone, but it's exactly the kind of brave game we need more of. Pragmata is an action-adventure third-person perspective video game. The player is able to control both Hugh and Diana at the same time, as they look for a way to escape a lunar research station infested with hostile AI robots. Hugh is equipped with a number of firearms and a jetpack that allows him to dodge hostile attacks and reach distant areas. Bullets cannot penetrate through a robot's armor, though Diana can hack into a robot's defense system, disabling it and revealing its weak point for Hugh to attack. In each puzzle, the player must guide the cursor across the grid to reach the target tile, evading obstacles and toggling optional bonus nodes which may bring additional combat advantages, such as increased weapon damage for Hugh. The puzzles are solved in real time, meaning that Hugh needs to dodge and evade hostile attacks during each hacking sequence. Pragmata was developed in Capcom's RE engine. It supports ray-traced global illumination for indirect lighting and ray-traced reflections. On PC, the game supports path tracing to enable multi-bounce lighting and higher-quality ray-traced reflections. Engine Development Support Manager Masaru Ijuin said that path tracing fundamentally transforms game visuals. On PlayStation 5 Pro, Pragmata has a single graphical mode that runs at 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Xbox Series X uses a native 1080p resolution to upscale to 4K, while Series S renders at a native 720p resolution, upscale to 1440p. The Switch 2 version runs at 540p, upscaled to a 1080p output resolution. For hair rendering, Pragmata uses RE Engine's Strand hair system, which first appeared on shorter hair in titles such as Resident Evil 4 in 2023. RE Engine's hair strand system is a physics-based hair simulation system that aims to make hair look more natural and realistic compared to the traditional rasterized hair cards technique. Further development on the hair strand system to better simulate long hair was prompted by Diana's long hair in Pragmata that needed to accurately move. The team working on the game had to ask the RE Engine development team to make such additions to the engine's hair system. This work on Diana's hair rendering in Pragmata was later transferred to Resident Evil Requiem for Grace Ashcroft's hair. Initially, Pragmata was announced for 2022, however in January 2021, Capcom announced that the game was delayed to 2023. In June 2023, Capcom released a trailer stating that the game had been delayed indefinitely. In the June 2025 installment of State of Play, Capcom announced that the game would be coming out in 2026. At the Game Awards 2025, it was announced that the game would release on April 24, 2026, and a demo titled Pragmata's Sketchbook was made available on Steam. It was also announced that the game would be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, and it would also get an amiibo based on Diana. The demo was released on consoles on February 5, 2026. On March 5, it was announced during a Capcom Spotlight presentation that the release date had been brought forward a week to April 17, though the Nintendo Switch 2 version would retain the original April 24 release date in Japan. If you've played the Sketchbook demo, let me know in the comments. Are you team hacking, or do you wish it was a pure shooter? Don't forget to like and subscribe for our full guide on Diana's upgrades, coming next week.